guys, welcome back to my channel, Posh Cat Eyes Unfiltered, where we talk about all things math related as well as pop culture gossips and more. So today we'll be discussing episode 31. It's still on the Homestays week, guys. This time we are jet setting to Perth and Brisbane, where we get to see how Melinda and Layton's homestay went, as well as Brontë and Harrison. We'll be touching a little bit of touching base with Evelyn and Rupert, as well as Linda and Cameron. Let's not also forget that Ollie and Tanny are in New South Wales, specifically Bondi, so we will be catching up with them as well. First things first though, guys, a gentle reminder from me, as you know. Thank you for the show of support to my new subscribers. Guys, I welcome you to the Posh Farm Train. Go on my playlist. There are some things you would definitely like. Yes, thank you for joining us. As well, for my existing subbies, guys, you guys have ride the course with me, and I do appreciate the fact that you are staying on and keeping this channel floating. So again, please like, comment, and share this channel with your friends and watch us grow. Let's get into the talking points that episode 31 presented. Homestays week continues on in episode 31, and first things first, we checked in with Rupert and Evelyn. They seem to be having a fun time and have organized a lunch date with Evelyn's mom. I'm going to talk about how that went. First things first though, we do touch base with Melinda and Layton, who have just arrived Brisbane, and we see them riding in Melinda's posh to Melinda's cozy apartment. And you know, it was all smooth sailing at first. Now Melinda was giving him the tour of her apartment, showed off her bedroom, which she, you know, claims is her most precious abode. You know, it felt like they were settling in nice. But we're going to be discussing how it went stage left, how it turned into a nightmare of a homestay. We check in with Linda and Cameron, who are still not getting along or seeing eye to eye following the confrontation that was the lack of affection from Cameron towards Linda. Now, again, these two, as they're confused, their situationship is getting out of hand, and I refuse to be involved in their mess. But I'm, however, going to uncover exactly what went down in tonight's episode. We can see Cameron getting his truck ready. For him, I think he was taking Linda to see the other side of Darwin. I think in preparation for the final days of their homestay. According to Cameron, Cameron said he was about to have an important conversation with Linda regarding their future. Now I'm like, you guys have had numerous conversations. One thing is for sure, Cameron has been consistently clear that he's not here for anyone else but Cameron. Linda, on the other hand, is just trying to hold on to anything at this point. She is so well and truly invested in the relationship. And in fact, let me give you a side-by-side photo of when Linda arrived Darwin and compare that to Linda 3 days after. She looks like a wreck. She looks pale. She looks exhausted. I don't think she's even slept. And I'm telling myself, why are you still invested in this? Like, aren't you seeing the writing on the wall? It is clear as day. And in their funny conversation, as they always do, Linda decided to ask him if, you know, he is there for her, or if he sees a future, or I think along that lines of, do you have any feelings for me? Cameron couldn't answer the question, to be honest. And Cameron was like, you don't deserve me. So that's exactly when someone is telling you it's not you, it's actually me. They try to take the coward approach to breaking up with you. He's like, you don't deserve me. I think you deserve better than me. What are you saying? Have you... Pretty much, girl, I don't want you. I'm trying to be very nice in saying it, but the truth is that I do not want you. He claims I haven't been in a relationship. I think that's particularly a lie, because his roommate did say he's brought girls home. Even alluded to the fact that he's had relationship, but then realized, oops, I think I said the wrong thing because this is Cameron's storyline for the season. And said, oh yeah, he hasn't been in it. But yeah. So I guess this guy is low grade wannabe narcissist, just like Harrison. But he comes off all goody two shoes, and you see him showing off this nice guy personality, and you think he's great. No, he's not. He's the worst. And Linda should pack her bags and run for the hills. I guess we're going to be uncovering how their relationship disintegrates at the dinner party. But I can assure you, if this is any spoiler alert, because I guess we can all figure it out, they do not end up together. And I am now so excited and keen to see what happens at the reunion ceremony. Final vows does not mean anything to me, because I know for a fact that Linda should probably tell him or read him for the field. If she doesn't, then she's crazy. Now, we can see Evelyn and Rupert getting ready for the lunch date with Evelyn's mom. And now we all know they were intimate the day before, episode 30 now. And so you would think, given their newfound relationship status, it will be rosy for these two. No. Because at the lunch, Evelyn's mom trying to find out what Rupert is thinking, or where he's at, or what his plans are for her daughter. To which Rupert, I don't know who's speaking in circles, but there was one thing that was clear. He really doesn't even know what he wants. And when it came to the talk about moving for love or moving to join Evelyn, he's like, no, I'm not moving. No, I don't even know if I am in love with your daughter. I don't even think I've got feelings for your daughter. But yeah, we were just intimate a couple of hours ago. Yeah, I feel like the relationship is still developing and developing. You guys have got less than 2 days to go. Final vows is around the corner. What else do you need to develop to get to final vows? Pretty much by next week, you guys are, I'm sure, out the door. So what are you saying? What are you not saying, Rupert? Evelyn got so red. And I might have to add though, I think I know where Evelyn got her lip action from. Her mom. Because the mom pretty much was also trying to do the same thing. It was like, and then you could see Evelyn also, I'm like, okay. Now, apple doesn't really fall far from the tree now, does it? Yeah, and back to Rupert. He was such an embarrassment. Like, you would think there'll be a diplomatic way to frame your answers. Rupert, it was just like, I'm like, this guy has got he has no clue, does he? Absolutely zero clue. I don't even think he thinks before he speaks, because he just kept mouthing things that made absolute no sense. In the end, you could see how comfortable Evelyn's mom was, and she wanted to just get the hell out of there. And that was how the night ended for them. Decisions, I guess, will be unpacked at the dinner party, because the way they left things, you would think, or you would know, this is not going to go down well for the both of them. There will be a lot of silent treatment in the next couple of days. But that's where it is. We are now heading over to Perth, where Harrison and Brontë are having the time of their life. We see Brontë giving Harrison a tour of Perth, or rather her suburb. And she was so animated and excited about this homestay. For her, it was an opportunity for Harrison to see who she is and see how comfortable she is in her home turf. First was walk along the beach shore to see the beautiful beaches that Perth has. Next up was winery. It was really like, she did go all out for him and gave him a nice time in Perth. And then it just went downhill from there, because when they went to her apartment and she showed off her apartment to him, she was again very excited and very comfortable. We literally saw a bubbly side to Bronte's personality. And guess what? Sadistic Harrison did not like this. According to Harrison, Bronte's behavior, or Bronte's positive behavior, or Bronte's confidence in her homestay was a red flag for him. And that is because she talks or speaks so highly of her homestay, of her city, and she's got a backup plan for when things go wrong if she eventually moves to join him in Sydney. And that backup plan is a problem for Harrison. Are you kidding? According to him, the fact that she's so happy is a worry for him. She is so happy. She talks about how well this makes her feel. That is a worry for him. She doesn't deserve to show happiness, be happy, or show any form of comfort. No, you're with me. You're meant to be miserable. And this was the conversation that carried on to the dinner sit down with Kira. I love me some Kira. In fact, Kira is the expert we need on Married at First Sight. I'm not promoting her to a contestant on the show. I am promoting her to become an expert on the show because she saw right through Harrison's BS. She called him out read him like a book. Now, so they arrived at the bar. No sooner had they sat down, Kira wanted to get into their personal, how they were, or their personal well-being, what's been happening whilst her sister has been away. And she immediately noticed her sister's reservation and questioned why the sister was not lively. To which she was like, okay, I think something is happening. The sister did admit, yes, things has not been perfect. And when Brontë tried to explain what the situation was, Harrison again tried to shut her down. And Kira like, no, you shut up. You listen. And literally called him a narcissist, called him the best names I have ever heard. I'm like, yes. Harrison was left speechless. Harrison could not alter. Like, when Harrison tries to defend himself, Kira is on top of him. Like, do not speak. You have got no right to speak. It is my turn now. You're treating my sister the wrong way. You are not deserving of her. Wow. I was like, yes. I need Kira as my wingman. I need Kira in my life. In fact, we need Kira in our lives. You need a Kira in your life, guys. You definitely do need. Harrison couldn't stand the heat. Quite literally. He stood up and left. Usually it's the other way around, where Brontë runs. Now we see Harrison's tail between his legs, cowering like a timid rabbit, and ran for dear life. It was hilarious. Kira was like, again, that's what cowards do. They run. And quite frankly, he ran. And this is where he ends. And guess what? We have proof. We have proof because Brontë took off her wedding ring. Now, she has always said, I'm leaving from the last 7 episodes. But now there's proof. She took her ring off and said she was done. Now I cannot wait to see how this pans out at the dinner party. Now, for some fun vibe, for some fun commentary, let's visit Ollie and Tani at their homestay at Bondi. So we see them getting into Tani's apartment. Now, bless Ollie's heart, that guy is a comedian. I think he should just change his career and go into comedy, because as soon as Tani opened her cozy, beautiful space, Ollie was taken aback at how tiny her space was. Now, the tour was literally 20 seconds long because everything was in one space. The kitchen, the bedroom, the bathroom, wardrobe, cupboard, everything was just... You can't even call it a studio apartment. I don't even know how you address that apartment. It was so tiny. And Ollie could not fathom how she was paying the same rental as he is paying for his townhouse in Perth. And he was like, and that's on the housing market. That's on the housing crisis. I was like, Ollie, you need to stop. But I guess, you know what? If you love somebody, you just love them for everything that they are. And when they got over the tiny space they were going to be living in, they had a few picnic where I loved, these two are just a breath of fresh air. It was all about them. They kept talking about the future. They kept showing each other respect. They kept loving on each other. I don't know how they got it so right. I do not know, but these two are an example of if you want something and genuinely find someone that you click with, you know, it will work in your favor. Like, you do not need the experts to tell you or figure it out for you. You will essentially figure it out for yourself. And yeah, their homestay was fantastic. There is no drama from these two. And I am looking forward to their final vows and what they say to each other. But we do know that they are together. On the current day, they are together. They've moved in together and they are happy as. And I hope that the exposure from this show will bring them the recognition and the financial support that would help, you know, just complement their relationship. Seriously, I am rooting for you, Ollie and Tanik. You guys are an example of how love should, you know, thrive. The final talking point from episode 31, as tonight's episode, is in fact Melinda and Layton. Now, I was thinking that, okay, with these two, it's going to be a smooth time. With Layton, just a different environment will bring about a better understanding of each other, right? Wrong. Because we just cut to a scene where they were seemingly arguing over something very minute. And it touched a soft spot for me because I have seen something like this happen within my family network. What was the conversation about? Layton mistakenly left the cupboard open. And Melinda saw red that Layton left her cupboard open. Now, this is my point of view. If Melinda can seemingly react off of something so minute as leaving the cupboard open, blaming it on her dust allergy, how do you expect Layton to pack up all he knows and join you in Brisbane to grow your relationship? Because obviously, he's going to be moving into your space, and if you cannot accommodate him for 3 days, it says a lot about how selfish you are, Melinda. He left your cupboard open, and it caused a massive ruckus to the point where they both could not see eye to eye. And as always, Melinda wants to be right. Production could not convince them to come together. There was no concluding, there was no resolution from this seemingly minute situation that could have been easily resolved. Or would have been so insignificant that it didn't even have to resort to an altercation between these two. So they had planned a boat ride. Well, that didn't go ahead because they were so at loggerheads that it ended with them not seeing eye to eye. And on the final night of their homestay, they had to try to salvage what was left of their of the tax and decided, okay, we're going to have a picnic. Well, guess what? It's like a different day, the same story. These two could not again agree to the differences that is them. Layton was refusing to accept or refusing to, have Melinda talk down on him. Melinda was refusing to take responsibility for the breakdown of communication, so to say, that has gotten them to where they are at. Like from filming, it started with sunlight and ended in the dark. That was how much they were at that picnic site and still unable to resolve their differences. They walked off to try and cool down, came back, no result. And in the end, Melinda said something very pungent, and that was, we are two intelligent people, and we can definitely see that this relationship is not going to work. And I guess that's true. It's not going to work because one of you is unwilling to compromise and back down. One of you or the both of you are unwilling to listen to each other. The both of you are unwilling to be compassionate. That is what it is. And this is where it ends for episode 31, guys. The dinner party is going to happen tonight. And I guess we're going to see all the dramas from everyone at their homestay in one table. I cannot wait to uncover that with you or unpack that with you. And so until we get to see the episode tonight, stay safe and stay focused.